Hello, I'm Alida, your writing coach at Word Essential, and today I'm getting out my high horse so I can talk to you about a dead horse. I want to talk about a couple of overused words/phrases in fiction. They are anything that smells like ozone and blood that tastes like copper. These should be avoided in your writing because they've become trite. And hackneyed. First off, what is ozone? Do you really know? Wikipedia says it is a pale blue gas with a distinctively pungent smell. Pungent means sharp, by the way. And ozone's odor is sharp, reminiscent of chlorine. Now, think of the mood you're trying to create in your story. If there was a big thunderstorm and your lovers are reuniting as the clouds part, do you really want the air to smell like bleach? And do you know what ozone smells like? Really, describe it with a simile. What is it like? Don't say it's like that smell after a thunderstorm or the smell of electricity. That's what it is. It's also pungent and sharp, which are synonyms. Pretend you're describing it to someone born without a sense of smell. Now, what is it like? However you answer that question is what you should write in your story in place of the word ozone. Curiously, the word ozone comes from ozine, the Greek verb for smell. And if you're wondering whether blood really tastes like copper or why it tastes like copper, you aren't alone. A quick search online reveals that many people have asked this question. In fact, the top entry on Yahoo Answers says, quote, "Every sci-fi novel I read mentions a copper taste in their mouth." I really want to correct this person's usage of their, but moving on. It seems that blood really does have a metallic taste that is like copper or iron, depending on whom you ask. And that has to do with red blood cells. Now, I'm not actually sure if this is all fact or theory, and I don't really care right now because we're talking about stories, not science. I see copper mentioned in stories so frequently that I want to ask the writers, how do you know? Did you bite into a penny and then bite your lip and taste the blood so you could compare the two? Or, and this is what I suspect is more likely, have you simply seen the statement made so often in fiction, like the person on Yahoo Answers, that you've accepted it as fact? Or worse, you've accepted it as an apt way to describe your character tasting blood. Like ozone, the blood tastes like copper thing is trite and hackneyed. In other words, folks, it's been done to death. The horse is dead. Put down your stick and walk away. Look, smell is probably the hardest sense to pin down. I know I struggle with it. And if you aren't often tasting blood, you probably don't know and aren't so keen to find out what it does taste like. It's quick and easy to fall back on frequently used words like ozone and copper. Heck, I may have mentioned a copper taste in the mouth somewhere once, but never again. To do so is to be cliché. So if you can't describe the smell or taste you're after in a fresh, vivid manner, skip it. Far better to not mention the smell or the taste than to say it smells like ozone or tastes like copper. Let's take the pledge together. Place your hand over your heart. I, Alida Winternheimer, do solemnly swear to avoid cliches in all my narrative writing. Furthermore, I shall not ever mention ozone or blood tasting like copper in my fiction, because the offending phrases have been done to the point of being trite, hackneyed, meaningless, pointless, tired, and generally not fresh. Now, go forth and create beautiful similes, my friends. And while you're at it, have a great writing day.